High five. Good girl.
Great.
I think that the very first guitar I had with the Vamps is in the loft. I used it for all of the first bits, so I'm going to try and get it out. Obviously though, as you can see, it's not a particularly great setup for storing things. Right, I'm going in. Oh, it's worse than I thought.
Wow, it's so dusty.
So this was 2012. Last time I ever played it, here we go. 2015, O2 Arena, and I got all the boys to sign it, but I love this guitar. I imagine there are a lot of people, when they see this guitar, that have been a fan of the band for years, this will probably take them back to that same moment that it did for me, you know, the Can We Dance, Meet the Vamps era. So hopefully for the fans, it offers a sense of nostalgia, like the same way it does for me. This is my impromptu Vamps studio room that kind of came in the depths of the pandemic. I realised that I needed a space to write and record music. But I thought, well, seeing as I do all my music in here, it might be quite nice to have all of the Vamps memorabilia. This was our first proper tour that we did in, I don't know what year that even is, 2013, 14 maybe. You know, from my perspective, growing up in a relatively small town, I always thought that the record deal was it, and you know, you sign the record deal and then like your life is just sorted. And actually it's sort of like the opposite of that. That's kind of when the hard work begun.
So yeah, thank you, bye.
So for me, like, mental health has been something that's been really weird and interesting. I obsess over like having a control over things, you know. And I think I adopted controlling like mannerism on my diet. I have like an extremely negative relationship with food and fitness, because like that stride to be like bodybuilder physique, it's just like, it's like earning money for some people. Like, you can never complete it. You can always push and push, and before you know it, you're me, like severe acne, 4% body fat, feeling like shit, hating everything. Like with mental health, you don't complete it. It's a constant journey. Meeting Kirsty was a big thing, because, you know, Kirsty kind of was the first person to be like, look, like we need to probably sort this out. And I think it was really good for me, because like it was kind of like, do I want to be with Kirsty, the best thing that's ever happened to me, or do I want to carry on like lifting weights? And it was a bit of a thing.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, welcome.
Nice to see you.
Welcome.
Nice to see
How you doing? You alright?
I'm very well.
Thanks for having us.
Please be seated.
Thank you.
We both have been very honest about wanting to just get married, and I think we just thought, why not? Everything I do is kind of signed off by her, which sounds like she's controlling, but it's not like that. I value her opinion probably above everyone else's, including my own. So Kirsty's, yeah, definitely the driving force in my life. In a non-weird, controlling, psychotic fiance way, it's like, it's a healthy relationship.
Consists of 2 rows of diamonds.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're all intertwined together.
Lovely.
So pretty.
I think the early year or 2, there was a few messages from above saying you shouldn't have a public girlfriend. And that always really, really affected me. I found it very difficult to be, well, just obviously lying to fans, because, you know, I'd be with Kirsty all the time. And you think like fans love the music and they love those connections with us. Me hiding the biggest part of my life from them, that would be quite upsetting, I imagine, to some people. So I'd rather just be open. Yeah. Scott, I really struggled to hear my guitar solos last night again. But it's probably because it's too quiet in my ears. So we'll do. I'll ask Ben to turn it up now.
I'll give you a general boost.
Yeah, thank you. I think, you know, we genuinely love playing on stage together. I love that energy that we bring. And I think, you know, we all came from smallish towns outside of major cities where there weren't too many opportunities to break through into the scene. So I think when the Vamps sort of started happening, we just recognised that we were really lucky, and we kind of struck gold with it a bit. It's where my mum should be, the Queen. Not Kirsty, actually maybe Kirsty. Here we have it. This is like the ultimate hometown. Obviously parents live up the road. I grew up here, went to some of my first shows here when I was like 16. I think there's sort of like a misconception that all musicians love playing the big stadiums and arenas, and they're cool for a variety of reasons, but really for me, I like the intimacy of these venues where you can actually see the crowd and just sort of have that rapport. I feel quite biased, but I always think like hometown crowd for me is really special.
I've got these maxi strength.
Where's my whiskey gone? There's my whiskey.
It's coming out! It's coming out! It's coming out! It's coming! Football's coming out! It's coming out! It's coming out! It's coming!
Are we ready?
You got the ginger whiskey?
Yeah.
You want more? Can I have my mix turned up? Not loud enough. Thank you.
Bournemouth, make some noise! How are we feeling tonight? We feeling good? Let's have some fun. Here we go. Come on, baby. 1, 2, 3, give it.
This tour we're probably more excited for than any of the other ones before.
That's right. Yeah, come on.
We are a touring band, which I think over the years a lot of like media try to ignore. I think, you know, in the early days we were pigeonholed as a band that maybe weren't particularly into the live stuff and the songwriting, and I think it's taken us 10 years to get to a point where people finally recognise that for us touring is exactly what it's all about.
Better off for worse.
We loved songwriting, we love music, we live and breathe music. We always get asked, like, what advice do you have for other musicians? And it's like, live in the moment, because before you know it, it's like 10 years later. And you're being asked about the first bit of the band, which is just like a whirlwind.
Oh! James wants to go to Halo, you heard it here first! An absolute exclusive. James Reve wants to go on a night out. How do you feel?
He wants to have fun. What's going on here, James? How do you feel?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, man. I'm pretty good. You know it. Hometown energy, I love it. I love it.
I'll probably just go to bed though, to be fair. It's such a shame, but...
Yeah, no, it's time.
Oh, I'm so excited.
We couldn't ask
I'm
you last
so
night.
excited.
It was just always the Vamps. It was never anything else. It's amazing. They've really inspired me.
We've all made jokes about how we're going to be 60 at their reunion tour with all of our kids and our grandkids.